Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Everything is energy. That's one of the deepest truths that you can sit with, because once you really let that in, life stops looking random and starts looking responsive. If everything's energy, then the greatest lesson here on earth isn't just survival. It's not just working, paying bills, getting older, and repeating the same cycle until your time runs out. The deeper lesson is learning how to work with energy, learning how to direct it, learning how to shape it, to create. That's the real lesson. Because creation is not only for artists, creation's not only for business people, creation is not only for inventors. Creation is what you are doing every single day, whether you know it or not. You're creating with your thoughts, you're creating with your focus, you're creating with your words, you're creating with your emotions, and you're creating with your choices. And then people wonder why life keeps giving them more of the same while they keep pouring that same signal into the world. That's where the mystery starts to open up. A lot of people think manifestation means sitting there wanting something so badly and hoping that the universe just drops it on the lap. That's not creating, that's wishing. Creation is different. Creation's when you're in a world and your outer world start moving in the same direction. Your thoughts say yes. Your emotions say yes. Your actions say yes. Your habits and your standards say yes. Your whole being starts agreeing with the thing that you say that you want. That's when energy becomes form. That's when the unseen starts becoming seen. That's why this matters. Most people are trying to create one thing with a mouth while creating the opposite with a mind. Then they say they want peace, but they rehearse chaos. They say they want abundance, but they live from fear. They say that they want love, but they keep finding suspicion, pain, and old stories. They say they want a new life, but every day they honour the same habits that built the old one. That's not because you're cursed. It's because energy follows patterns, and pattern becomes reality. Let me go a bit deeper here. The old mystery conditions understood something that most people miss. Creation happens twice, first in the unseen, then in the seen. First in the consciousness, then in matter. First in spirit, then in form. That's why imagination matters. That's why attention matters. That's why prayer matters. And that is why belief matters. Because before something becomes real in the world, it has to become real in you. You have to carry it before you can hold it. You have to feel it before you can build it. You have to make room for it in your identity before life can trust you with it in your hands. That's the esoteric side of this. You're not just reacting to life, you're participating in it. You're not just a witness, you're a transmitter, you're a field. You're a living point of consciousness shaping reality through what you repeatedly focus on and feel and do. That's power. Not noisy power, not ego power, that's creative power. And once you understand that, you stop asking, why is life happening to me? And you start asking, what am I feeding? What am I feeding? What are my thoughts feeding? What emotions am I feeding? What story am I feeding? What standard am I feeding? Because whatever you feed gathers force, and whatever gathers force, it creates form. That's why creation's sacred, and that's why carelessness, living, is expensive. If you keep feeding fear, fear gets stronger. If you keep fearing doubt, doubt gets stronger. If you keep fearing lack, lack becomes your language. But if you feed vision, discipline and gratitude, courage and inner order, something else starts happening. You become magnetic. Not because you're pretending, but because your energy is no longer split. You're no longer saying one thing and living another. You're no longer begging life for what you refuse to become. You begin to embody it. And that word matters, embody. Just think about it. Not just say it, not just think about it or post it. Embody it, walk like it, choose like it, guide your mind like it, hold your standard like it. Because the universe responds to coherence. When your mind, heart, and action line up, the signal is powerful and gets stronger, and stronger signal creates stronger outcomes. So, what does this mean for you in everyday life? It means stop waiting for proof before you begin. It means stop speaking defeat over your own future. It means stop treating your imagination like a joke when it's actually you're in a workshop. It means you stop acting like you're small, helpless, and separate from the power that made you. You're here to create, you're here to shape, you're here to bring something through. A better body, a better mind, a better home, a better relationship, a better standard, a better way of living. That's the work, that's alchemy. Taking the unseen and bringing it into form through belief, focus, and disciplined action. So, yeah, everything's energy. And the lesson is learning how to work with it, not by force or panic or fantasy alone, by creation, conscious creation. Because once you understand that you're not just living inside reality, you're helping shape it, everything changes. You stop shrinking and you stop drifting. You stop calling yourself powerless. And you remember what you are, a creator, a manifestor, a living force with the ability to turn inner vision into outer life. So create carefully, create deliberately, create with clean hands and a clear heart. Because what you keep feeding today becomes the life that you stand in tomorrow. If you read this video's description, guys, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. You take care and stay blessed. This is the way. Namaste.